Hi, my dear one. It's Jen, founder of the Healing Junction and the Raw Reset, just coming to you today from Whole Foods in Yorkville. Very excited to share that the Spring Clean Reset is coming right up. I cannot wait to be together in community in this way, cleansing and purifying these beautiful vessels that help us to heal on all levels. You know, once we do this purification, the mind, body, and spirit really benefit. So my program will be up in the link in my bio very soon. Please just check that out when you have a chance. And if you haven't already joined us in the Facebook group, that's my private group, the Raw Reset, please do. The link is up in my bio as well. You'd be so welcome there with us. And the Spring Clean Reset is posted there. So it's just coming right down to the time where we start. It's so amazing because it's in alignment with this beautiful spring equinox. Happy spring equinox to you. You know, as we enter into spring, our bodies are naturally purifying, so why not support it in this way with these beautiful living foods, this self-love lifestyle of abundance, joy, and vitality, as I call it. And just know that this is like a little introduction to what I do one-on-one with you. If you ever do want some coaching, that would be my absolute pleasure and joy as well. This information is so vital to having vitality and to just basically living a lifestyle that is very self-loving, you know, filled with abundance and joy. So people have been asking because, you know, a lot of you have ordered your Herbal Protocol. Amazing. That's included in the program as well if you're not already working with me and you aren't familiar with the Master Fast System herbal tinctures. That is recommended on the program, and or just your own, you know, herbal tinctures. Kidney teas would be very important. I can give you some recommendations. I personally like to use Alka herb tea, and that has 49 organic herbs. So a lot of people have been asking, okay, I'm getting on these parasite, you know, herbs, and I want to make sure that I'm actually like following the program correctly, like I'm prepared to follow this program correctly, you know, in terms of the dietary recommendations. So, well, if you're working on deworming yourself and you want to rid your body of candida, fungus, yeast, which is what the parasite GM formula does. The G are for like the longer, you know, worms, like your tapetes, your ropes. The M stands for microbials, so those are your fungus, your yeast, your candida. So if you're going after this with herbal medicine, you definitely want to be on living food lifestyle, because when we eat a lot of starches, we call them dead foods, right? They can tend to feed the fungus. Also, no fermented foods, no raw mushrooms, please, on the program. And again, all this information will be available in the Spring Clean Reset program that you can find in the link in my bio on Instagram. And for the parasites, you definitely want to be avoiding meat. For those of you who really can't, they just know that, okay, no, I don't feel good when I don't have the meat. Okay, just make sure you're doing proper food combining and taking these herbs. We have seen people rid their body of a lot of harmful substances, including worms, while still eating meat. However, the reason the parasites are there in the first place, they're involved in the putrefaction process of the animal flesh because there are no enzymes, there's nothing living in animal protein. Again, this is what we call dead foods. So you're going to actually create a little bit more of that going on if you are still on the animal proteins, because it's just like part of the digestion process. That's actually, the worms come in to break it down. So, and with fungus and candida, the reason it's there in the first place as an overgrowth, right? We can all be healthy with small amounts of candida, but the reason it's overgrown is just too much of the complex carbohydrates, the complex sugars, your breads, your pastas, you know, the real heavy starches. So fruit does not feed candida. That's the good news. We're going to be enjoying a lot of fruits on this program. For those of you who can't tolerate fruits, just reach out to me. Really, please don't blame the fruit. It's the underlying acidosis that's coming forth because of the astringency of the fruit. It's pulling out those acids and causing some kind of discomfort. Also, you can start with green juices if you're going slow into the fruits, and just start with just a couple drops of citrus. Citrus is very pulling on the lymph, very high astringent. You're lemon, your lime, your orange juice. Just start with just a couple of drops in your green juice, and that's a way you can get around having to have a lot of fruit, because you're still going to be giving yourself that beautiful fruit juice within your green juice, right? So that's perfect. The focus for somebody wanting to deworm themselves and rid themselves of excess candida would be the last meal of the day ought to be a big salad. There ought to be just like, you know, fruit vegetables like cucumber, tomatoes, red, yellow, orange, bell pepper, zucchini. You can even spiralize the zucchini and cucumber into fun noodles and have a big fresh salad bowl as your dinner. And if you really need something grounding, you can get into your cooked vegetables. You know, you can have squash, sweet potato. You can basically just like create like a veggie stir fry with some coconut milk. Really trying to go really light on the oil. We don't like any cooked refined oils on the program, and we go right off salt if we can. There are different levels though, so don't worry, whatever level you're at, you're totally welcome. You might need a little bit of salt still. Sea salt would be ideal. In that case, we can talk a lot about salt and how the body doesn't really recognize those trace minerals that they promote salt for being so healthy for. You know, plants actually have to take in those inorganic minerals and convert them to organic in order for them to be utilized. So get your sodium from your greens, right? And your celery, for example. But for flavor, you can use maybe a little bit nutritional yeast flakes if you're on level 1. Just get the program. All the details are in there. I'm really, really excited to share that with you, dear one. And if you're looking for some recipes, Dan McDonald's Living Food Recipe ebook is up in the Raw Reset under Files. You can check that out. Remember, we don't recommend supplements when we're on a regenerative healing journey apart from your greens, powders, and your herbal medicines. So supplements that are like isolates, for example, man-made in a lab, we're not really sure that the body will you know, be purifying so well if we're ingesting a lot of these. And also the exception to going off supplements are your bee products, of course. So your bee propolis, your bee pollen, apparently has every vitamin and mineral known to man, bee pollen, and also the raw honeys for sure. Any superfood blends, alfalfa powders, moringa powders, that's all totally acceptable on the program. And some of you already message me with questions, but you're so welcome to continue. Please stay in touch. Also post any questions up in the Raw Reset private group. And if you're not already following Raw Food Romance on Instagram, she has some beautiful salt-free, oil-free dressings that I love to jazz up all the veggies that we'll be consuming. And also Enzyme 333, he's amazing. His recipes look so good. They're just to live for, you know. So really excited that you're with me on this journey to vitality. Can't wait to start up on April 3rd together. Lots of love, dear one.